welcome to episode 24 of the Gaming Roundtable. I'm your host, Newton13. With me today, as always, well, we may very well have some special guests, just stay tuned. Today we're going to be reviewing Call of Duty, which has been released on, well, just about every console I can imagine, but this version in particular was released on the PC and the Xbox 360 as Call of Duty Classic. Enjoy the show. Wow, Call of Duty, the classic FPS from Infinity Ward. You know, of all the amazing things this game has provided, it just makes me wonder one thing. What inspired the pose for the box art? Alright, now I need everybody out there to watch their flanks. We can't let the crowds know we're coming. Now the last thing we need is a... Hey! What the hell are you doing here? You want to get shot?
No, man, this is the perfect picture. Do you think you get some kind of action pose or something? I need another one.
Well, normally I wouldn't, but, alright, where do you want me to enter from?
Just, enter from the right side over there, and, point like you were just doing.
Okay. You know, maybe some things just better left unknown. Now, the graphics for Call of Duty Classic, I gotta say, they're pretty good. I mean, it does use the Quake 3 engine, so it is looking a little bit dated as of now. But on the Xbox 360 version, it has been sharpened just a little bit. I think overall, it looks pretty good. For graphics, I give Call of Duty Classic a 4 out of 5. Looks pretty good. And for sound, wow, did they deliver. I mean, from the every soldier screaming in your ear, there's bombs going off, there's whistles all over your head. This is a surround sound experience to be had, and it's a reason you have a 5.1 setup. Call of Duty sounds great. For sound, I give Call of Duty Classic a 5 out of 5. Phenomenal. As for gameplay, I gotta say, Call of Duty, you know, it holds up very well. Yeah, it's a first-person shooter, it's a very well-polished first-person shooter. There are a couple of things that hold it back, or rather, I should say, show its age. You still have to collect medipacks, I know, and the controls can be just a little too fast on the Xbox 360 version. But overall, it's all good, and it's a solid experience. For gameplay, I give Call of Duty Classic 3 out of 5. It's a little low, I know, but medpacks, I mean, that's so 2002.
Alright guys, get set to move. On my command. Let's go, let's go!
And now it's time to take a trip back in time to our retro reflections with my special guest, Decker Shadow. Decker?
I went back recently and played Wolfenstein 3D.
Wolfenstein 3D? Whoa, talk about a Nazi blasting classic. How does that compare to Call of Duty?
Well, Wolfenstein 3D was one of the first real first-person shooters in the sense that we think of them today. In its production, its controls are actually simplified to be able to be played on any joystick or mouse, so all it is opening doors and shooting. So, a lot of the gameplay was based around that control scheme, and what became the first-person genre was birthed from that decision. And all it is running around Castle Wolfenstein, shooting Nazis, picking up Nazi gold, and collecting health packs and ammunition along the way. Like Call of Duty, it's based on World War II, but it is based more on the mystical side of World War II. A lot of research shows that Adolf Hitler actually used a lot of magical runes and whatnot in the distribution of symbols around in the Third Reich. The swastika itself is a reversed sun wheel, and other examples abound in many of the engravings on knives given to the SS Waffen or the tanks. And although it's not too obvious in the gameplay, that's the general air that Wolfenstein gives. Whereas in Call of Duty, it's a very straight historical hero to go in and take out the enemy, with almost no regard to the mystical side of World War II, which was very prominent when you get down to it.
So is this a solid game, something you would recommend?
Because of the nature of first-person shooters not really changing too much over the years, I would say that it's definitely something that you can go back to and play today. It's not going to be very graphically impressive, mind you, although at the time it was blowing people away, both on the screen and off.
Now it's time for one of my favorite sequences. This is the one where we talk about what's currently going on in the gaming industry.
You know you're acting like it's down now. You know but you're acting like it's down now. You know you're acting like it's down now.
Okay, now for our Call of Duty special, we're going to be talking all about Call of Duty Black Ops, specifically about the new multiplayer modes that they've announced. As of recently, they've announced quite a few new multiplayer modes called wager modes, which basically means the experience and coin that you earn that you can normally use for unlocks, you can actually bet against other players. Sounds like a pretty cool concept, and I'm liking a lot of the modes we saw, but what's your take about this, Decker Shadow?
A lot of them seem really cool, and I'd like to get my hands on it before I really make any decisions as to whether or not I particularly care for it. But the one thing that's striking me as odd, okay, in the previous Call of Duty games, you had to unlock your new perks and weapons by leveling up. That's still in the new one, but they're also adding a currency system. However, you have to earn the experience to unlock the perks and weapons, and then use the currency to purchase them. So it's like I'm earning it twice. I don't really understand that. Why have two perfectly fine systems merged into something that I don't know if people are going to feel like putting that much effort into it to have to make that decision later after they've already unlocked the right to it. They're going to have to purchase it with in-game currency anyway. Why not just have it purchasable from the beginning and have to earn the currency, or just let you have it once you unlock it?
Okay. Now, quite frankly, I gotta say that these new wager modes are looking pretty cool. I mean, I'm especially excited about the one in the chamber wager mode, where you basically have just a pistol with one bullet. It's a one-shot kill, but if you miss, you're gonna have to rush them and knife them. This looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, if nothing else. I'm also kind of liking the gun nut mode, essentially, where you start with like one weapon for a set amount of time, and then it switches to another one. Everybody gets the same weapon. It looks like it's going to be an absolute blast. I don't really care too much about the single-player campaign. Sorry, Treyarch, but the multiplayer modes are looking good. Will this be another top seller? Hey, November's coming. Time will tell.
How many people want to kick some ass?
Fun tips for Call of Duty Classic. Well, you know, I can't give you much on the Xbox 360 version, but I do have a few things for the PC version. If you happen to boot it up, since it uses the Quake 3 engine, here's a surprise: you can access the console by hitting the tilde key. For those who have no idea what the heck a tilde is, it's the key right above the tab key on your keyboard. Some of the codes for any map in the game are shown on your screen right now, and they'll allow you to access those levels directly, including the last level in Berlin.
Get down! Grenade! Good job! Alright guys, we're moving on!
My overall score for Call of Duty Classic is a 4 out of 5. A rock-solid experience, amazing sound. This is why Infinity Ward became the company that it is today, and sadly broke up, well, with key members. But that's life. This game is awesome and highly recommended. It should be relatively easy to find. Here's a couple of E-Day prices on your screen right now, and I think it's available as direct PC download, and also, of course, on the Xbox 360 Marketplace. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Gaming Roundtable. Next time on the Gaming Roundtable, it's our Halloween special, and we're going to be reviewing another game. Is it as awesome as Call of Duty? Or will you just get eaten alive? And we'll see you next time.
This is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world.